Well, it is one of the most fiercely contested fixtures in Brazilian football history. A game known as the Canal, and it doesn't take too much guessing who's involved. More than 100 years in the making. Its reputation for ferocity is well earned. Games between these two have a very different feeling. It's based in the port city of Porto Alegre. It is Grêmio against Internacional. Such scenes here. He rises! And now they can spring out of defence. Pavon gets his head to it. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That'll earn him a few high fives, probably.
He might be in here. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. There's the shot.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Neither side yet able to find the net. Etta Nielsen. Oh, perfectly measured that. Mercado kept his eye on it, and he's there. Nicked it back promptly.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over, and the finish! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
Etta Nielsen. That is good alertness. Fernando. Boré. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Good spot, he's seen the run. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Jemison. Oh, they can break here. That's a shade optimistic. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. So your views on the first half?
Grêmio may probably be feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start. Their mood at half-time should be more upbeat. The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
Well, you'd have to say it's shapes to shoot! Oh, he's gone for goal! Too close for comfort. And he's had it nicked away, and he's managed to get free. And the shot! Oh, it's gone in! The second half off to a spectacular start. And that's it. That was always inevitable. So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
He's chance! Goal! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
Internacional are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And it's Eder Nielsen. Looking for the run. Oh, that's a very decent... Can he put it away? Yes, it's in! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, entry via the post is at the widest possible point, which means a keeper is well and truly beaten.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
It's a sweet ball, that. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Pavon. Great position here. And that has sent him sprawling.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Showing great feet there.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And the keeper's in command. Well, that is one way to stop him. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And time is up. Grêmio were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded. Well, how will we look back on that?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Looking for the runner. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well, that has not gone well. Oh, the shot could be on here. Luis Araujo. for Pulgar. De la Cruz.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
De la Cruz. That's Bruno Enrique. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. De la Cruz. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Opts for safety. Corinthians finding their passes. He's in plenty of space here. Luis Araujo. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. He can run onto that. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Luis Araujo. Bruno Enrique. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we are back underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
De Arrascaeta plays a sharp little ball here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Luis Araujo. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a...
He's got a side of goal! Just too much. Fractions.
Pulgar nearly produced a moment of magic. He knew the strike was pure.
And he's intervened well there. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Bruno Enrique. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. That's a shade optimistic.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
And they can counter here. Interesting ball. Gets into some space. Chance to shoot now.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
Just 5 minutes left. That's good running with the ball. Oh, nicely intercepted.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
So a brief breather and then extra time. And we are already back underway. He's got to be in here! He's got the shot away! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corinthians have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. There's the header! That's a half-decent try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
He's going to be disappointed with that. It's a pretty loose pass. Extra time reaches half-time. Well, we're still where we started, despite the best efforts of both parties. A game that has been at times exciting, often frustrating, unbearably tense. And the next 15 minutes will be the last chance for somebody to win it. Well, we are already up and running again. 0-0 still. Play to win or play for penalties.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
He is through here. And he's in on goal.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Still inseparable. We have penalties.
Yeah, I think both defences will receive the plaudits for respective clean sheets, but the play work to the point of exhaustion, so nobody will be questioning their appetite to get it won.
So it comes down to this, a final rallying cry, and then kicks from the spot. An exchange of stares, and we're ready to go. And he has done his bit.
Good penalty, completely wrong-footed the keeper.
No! Denied remarkably!
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
Big character, big moment, big save. So, the second man in line.
Always a little more pressure when you're trailing, but it didn't show.
De Arrascaeta is looking to do his bit. Oh, straight down the middle, and for some, it's too much. The third man in the queue. Oh, it's off the bar.
It's a brave attempt, but he really should be getting it on target.
This to double their advantage. Denied! He's made the save!
Oh, look, the only consolation he can take from that was the fact it was on target.
Oh, he's managed to get it through the keeper.
Pick your spot, don't change your mind, and the keeper should be neutralised.
And that is a scarcely believable miss. So it's all on the shoulders of the keeper. decisive kick. So it has all ended in hurt. The team played their part in a terrific struggle, admirably at times, but when it all mattered, they have fallen ever so slightly short.
Oh, this is so tough on the penalty taker as the heroes celebrate. Right now, it's a horrible experience.
Well, hello and welcome along to one of the great regional rivalries in Brazilian football. It is the derby between Cruzeiro and Atlético Mineiro. Two of the most passionate sets of supporters in Brazil, and this is a game which is loud and proud and really matters to those who invest in it. The Clásico Mineiro, the Mineiro derby, call it what you will, it is loud here and fervent, and kickoff is very, very soon. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. This is always a game of consequence.
Well, exhibition match sounds like an easy-ozy game of football, Peter, and a picture-perfect occasion until the word pride gets a mention. And it's likely to have quite a big say between teams that could easily be sucked into an excuse for another feud. Why let an exhibition match get in the way of that? So these two will be going at it very, very strongly.
And that gets things running. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. The fullback is in acres of space here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Oh, that's well spotted. Gabriel Barbosa, Caio Jorge, shot could be on, plenty to aim at here, shot at goal, goal, Cruzeiro, the breakthrough strike. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection, that's one for the dubious goals panel. Cruzeiro have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
And he's got the Caio Jorge! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Spread neatly. Oh, that is a nice touch. Lovely bit of skill. Gabriel, given the lift of his goal. Gets a good foot in there. Almost half an hour in now. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Cruzeiro really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second. That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
That's a corner kick. It's a mighty effort! Yes, it's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, if anyone in this stadium thinks they haven't got value for money, I give up.
Goalkeeper's ball. No, that's been intercepted. And there is the half-time whistle. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. But it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this. He's tried one! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
And that's gone loose. And the shot! That decidedly lacking. He's having a go! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Stood up well to him there. He is through here. So much. Great chance! Goal! Atletico Mineiro! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass?
Decent hit! There it is! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic. It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Gets his head to it! Has another go! Goal! Atletico Mineiro! And they've got their lead back. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of goal. What a display, what a player.
Atletico Mineiro get themselves into the lead. He's shifting through the gears here, and he's in on real chance! He should have put that one away.
He got too ahead of himself there, thinking how he could have made things safe.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able. Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
That's an excellent interception.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. He's got away. He's gone forward. Gabriel. Big header!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. Cruzeiro did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and inside the box. And he has to link up with that midfield and bring everybody into play, which ensures a more cohesive system.
So it's away we go then. Now that looks a decent ball. And that has left him in a heap. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And it's Suarez. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Cedric Suarez. Out towards the flank. Antonio. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Well, I have to admit, Peter, that I've been quite impressed with some of the defending in this half. You're taking on a quality side here, but the way this team have stuck to their task, individually and collectively, very good.
Yeah, you've taken the words out of my mouth, Jim.
Well, you really have to admire their togetherness and their concentration and their spirit, because defensively they look very, very tight still.
Certainly just. There's the whistle for half-time. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Gets good distance on it. And he's only too happy to take that back. This is shapes to shoot.
Público presente
60 minutes played.
71.550 espectadores.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
And he's intervened well there.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, good-looking ball. He's through here. Good read, needed to be. No, that's been intercepted. Well timed, excellent interception. Always onto this. Header! It's run loose. Oh, hang on. In he goes again. And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Substituição em andamento.
Sao Paulo can now introduce the first of their substitutes. He's got away. Looking for the runner. Oh, that looks... He's had a hit! It's anyone's ball now.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Pete. Late steal here.
Teremos minuto
And he's been shifted off it. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, the scoreline may have a disappointing look about it, Peter, but that's where it ends. I think this game has had a real lively feel, and I'm not ready to give up on it yet.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time. Well, we are already up and running again. That's been cut out, well played. Lucas Moura. And he was quick to react. Oscar. It's a really well-measured ball. Danger averted for now. Sao Paulo have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Yeah, there's going to be a significant change of approach, I think. They really are shaking up their attack now.
That's a little off target. Kajeri. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. He's had a shot! And that's it for the first half of extra time. But it is starting to feel as though there is an inevitability about penalties here. You'd like to think that both teams still want to win it in the final 15 minutes. The question is, can the players go that far? And the action has already restarted. Shot a goal! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He was so quick off the mark there, read the ball beautifully. If only he could have found a half-decent finish. This is what good chemistry is all about.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, shooting chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
No, that was never going to make it. Lucas Moura. Could move up a gear here. The fullback is in acres of space here. Can he finish? The final whistle and confirmation, we are headed for penalties.
Yeah, the longer it went on, it kind of became inevitable that it would end this way, and while each defence can be proud, they've got very little say from here. It's up to the keepers now.
Pressure and nerve. After 2 inconclusive hours, it is penalties. An exchange of stares, and we're ready to go. And he puts them one up.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
Kajeri is the next to run the gauntlet.
Never looked in doubt, really. Always a little more pressure when you're trailing, but it didn't show.
So, the second man in line. Oh, what a save!
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
Oscar is the second man to step up for his team. Keeper's gone the wrong way.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he guessed wrong.
Botafogo are looking to him to tie things up. Ah, he's managed to miss it. Sao Paulo are looking for comfort. And they're 2 up. Botafogo at the point of no return. And stuck away with ice in his veins.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
So it's all on the shoulders of the keeper. Oh, brilliant. He had to save it, and he did. Lest you need reminding, miss this and it is over. What poise! What noise!
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
That's it! It is done! So it all ends in heartbreak, all the effort, all the exertion, all the exhaustion. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And looking down the list of names, it does look, Jim, as though it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Well, it could be a disguise, Peter, for something else. And that five at the back can easily produce wing-backs. If that's the case, I think, you know, it might end up a three at times. Admittedly, though, if they do play deeper and in line with the centre-backs, then we can take it that they don't really want to give much away. That'll be foremost in their minds. But essentially, it depends on the two wide players in that defence. If they push on a little bit more, we could see something very different.
And that gets things running. TT. And now the hit! Always onto this. Oh, that's neat. Aimed in towards the terrific header. Good delivery, but no joy.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Victoria looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't...
He's had a shot! And one more try! Victoria, goal! First blood drawn. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Victoria have fired themselves in front.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And the counter is on.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
No, he refuses to take the bait. Oh, they can break here. He's free, he has got space. There's the shot! Well, he ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And that's going to be a booking. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He's a sharp little ball here. That's a nicely measured pass. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And they can counter here. Turns and goes back. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. He's through here. And the finish! It's a goal! They are right back in business.
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, if anyone in this stadium thinks they haven't got value for money, I give up.
He has found a way through. And the shot! Could move up a gear here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, that looks a cracking...
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
The less said about that pass, the better. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. And back to the keeper they go. We are into stoppage time. He's been picked out, has a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So to clarify, extra time will follow. So hostilities have already resumed. Oh, that's a key interception. Has a look and plays it forward. Can he latch on to this? No, that's been intercepted. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
Lovely feet. Shot a goal! Now, who's going to be first to this? He's found a way through. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. We've reached the midway point in extra time. Yeah, 90 minutes long gone. 15 of an extra 30 have also gone, and the search for a winner is still on. Truly, this is a punishing game on bodies and heads and minds. The outstanding question, the only question, is there still room for one last bit of drama? And we are already back underway. Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? And there's green grass ahead of him. Picked out brilliantly. Is there a... Can he finish? He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Tries to get it clear.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
The final whistle and confirmation, we are headed for penalties.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
So after 2 long hours, it comes down to nerve, to technique under pressure, to penalties. And none from one.
Oh, that's unlucky. Got almost everything right.
That's how it's done. He made the keeper commit.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
This then to level matters. Oh, it's a really good save.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
Saved! keeper's done brilliantly.
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
So this one to restore parity. Terrific penalty, unsavable.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
The third man in the queue. No! Denied remarkably!
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
Oh, what a save!
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
He steps up to take the fourth penalty. It's in, too smart for the keeper.
Good penalty, completely wrong-footed the keeper.
Lest you need reminding, miss this and it is over. It's in, pick that one out.
Brilliantly done, never took his eye off the keeper either.
So all eyes on the goalkeeper. That's it, it is done. So it has all ended in hurt. The team played their part in a terrific struggle, admirably at times, but when it all mattered, they have... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Now that's well seen too. Well, we expected better, and so did he. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? So it is still 0-0.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. This is the time you need that pace.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's the hit! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And the pass is intercepted. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Chance to shoot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Oh, perfectly measured that. Can he get away here? There's the whistle for half-time. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time. So the first half brought no goals. Played into space out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's a key interception. He's picked his way through. Oh, no joy this time. Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Fiddles it through, and he welcomes it in. And that's a superb pass. Great hit! He's got a goal!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Your impressions so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Gets good distance on it. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Is there any support? He's had a hit!
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. One 0 as we head towards the end. The referee's awarded a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
I think we're just about done here. Oh, he's played it in low. He came in hard, very hard. There will be 4 extra minutes. And that will be it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal.
Yeah, it was never a match that was going to blow us all away, Peter, but I felt...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, the river provides a beautiful backdrop to this hugely impressive arena filled with 50,000 fans or more from Internacional. And you have to love their noise, their colour, their choreography. Internacional have opted for a 4-5-1 formation, it appears, Jim.
Well, most teams that use this system, Peter, will work it in a way where, yes, they'll have a 4-5-1 shape off the ball and ideally a 4-3-3 shape on it. We often see that 4-1-4-1 shape too, and that has an obvious flexibility about it. It's a popular managerial selection because of that. It's just extremely flexible with all the numbers I've mentioned.
So we're up and running. Good run through the middle, but he needs support. Mercado is the guilty party there. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Great work on the overlap. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Gets a good foot in there. Fernando, it's a pretty loose pass. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
De Arrascaeta. Boré. Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Flamengo looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
He's in plenty of space here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And he's gone looking for safety. Bruno Henrique.
That's good play from him.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Foot in. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. And it's played forward. Goalkeeper's ball. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Boré. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, as if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. And we are back underway.
Internacional really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Luis Araujo. He's found the shot at goal! He won't be happy with that one. And the shot! Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. Internacional present their opponents with the best possible chance here. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
And he's buried it! 1-0! A time for a cool head, and that is precise.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Internacional are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Mercado. Bruno Henrique. That's gone for a throw-in. Flamengo can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Bruno Henrique. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And it's played into the middle. That is a brilliant interception.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Internacional are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in...
Shapes to shoot! It's loose now and they... Has another go! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Internacional really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Bruno Henrique.
Teremos 3 minutos.
Now it's Everton. He's shifting through the gears here. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And that will be it. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it.